Hey Meesh, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I can't remember if I asked you about this on Saturday or not, but after playing next to Jaden Harris on Saturday, watching film and everything, he got named ACC Defensive Player or Defensive Back of the Week. Just what did you think of his performance in his first like big start with the team?
Oh, well, first off, well deserved. He had a really good game. Should have had two interceptions, but came out one, had some TFL, some really good tackles, had overall really good coverage. I think, this just goes into his preparation. I think the way that he prepares, week in and week out, I'm just happy that he got to, I guess, put on this type of performance that he did, and the way they did it, and for us to win the way we did, and in such a hostile environment like the swamp. So I'm just really happy for him. And I know he's now building off of that week. He's coming into this week, even more hungry than he was before.
Next, we'll go to Zuby Charles at Kane Sport. Zuby.
What's going on, Meesh? Just wanted to ask about, your performance. You had that big interception, almost took it back to the crib. Just, talk about that game for you and just what was going through your mind when you were running down that sideline.
Right. I would just say, when it came to that play, that's a look that they have shown, recently in a few games last year. And, Graham Mercer's a really good quarterback. He's good at looking off safety. So I just was just holding true to my post. And he ended up throwing me one. And I was trying to break, broke a tackle and the running back, I should have cut back on the running back. So people are kind of getting on me about me now, how I don't got a juke move. So I'm going to have to for sure make another statement.
Next, we'll go to Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Jordan, go ahead.
Hey there, Mish. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Wanted to ask, Ruben Bain goes down first drive. Damari Brown goes down during the first half. Defense still basically does exactly what it needs to do. What does it say about your guys' depth, your guys' resiliency? You guys are able to not have that much of a drop off despite having two starters go down early.
Right. I would just say the biggest thing was, not flinching. And just like you said, we have depth. This is a team that I've talked about before that we have depth from the ones, the twos, and the threes. We have guys that you guys haven't really talked about yet that they're going to show up this year on tape and they're going to ball out. There's already guys that but there's guys that, are behind, the starters right now that are going to show up. And that just shows the preparation that we have all through our depth chart. Our ones and twos, threes, we all prepare the same. We all prepare that we're going to start and we all prepare that we're going to make big plays. And I think when you have a full defense that's able to do that, guys can go down, to some unfortunate injuries and there won't be any drop off. So I'll just say that's a credit to, our mindset when it comes to the defense.
And if I can follow up really quick, who are some of those guys that we may not have seen yet that you think are gonna bust out this year?
I'll say one is OJ. I mean, I would have said Jaden Harris, but now everybody knows about Jaden Harris. Popo, he's a really good linebacker. He's gonna pop. Guys on the D line, Justin Scott, Josh Gordon, uh, Jay Rich, Jay Richard. I mean, you guys know about them, but those are just some underclassmen guys. Bobby Pruitt. These are guys. Zaquan Patterson. These are guys that you're going to see, pretty soon. Make some really big plays and key plays for us.
Our next question comes from Matt Shadell at Kane Sport. Matt.
All right. Hey, Mish. So you sort of know what the hype machine is like after your experience last year at Washington. Miami fans maybe haven't been part of the hype machine for a little while here. How were you able to keep, and that Washington team keep them so centered all season long? And is it a tough challenge? And how do you think that'll play out at Miami in terms of making sure every game is just that week's game?
Well, I would say I think we're doing just what you talked about here at Miami. Right now we're really focused on FAMU. It's a really good team, and we're treating every game like it's the national championship game. It doesn't matter who we play. And what we put on film on Saturday, we weren't surprised by it. Yes, we celebrated a win, but we weren't surprised. We knew the type of preparation, the mindset we had going into that game. So I think the outsiders may have been surprised because they didn't know who was going to win, but we weren't shocked at all in terms of the outcome of that game. So we just put our head down. We've put the tape away, and now we're getting ready for FAMU, who's a really good team.
Next, we'll go to Marcus Benjamin at Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Meesh, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just wanted to ask about OJ, man. It's not often that a true freshman gets a start in a season opener. What have you seen from him like throughout camp, and what did you see from him in the game as well?
I would say just the biggest thing is his confidence. I think he's like 18, 19 years old. I think coming to college that confident especially when you're out on that island playing corner. I think, it's some guy that takes 5 years to get to that. And, special guys like him takes, as soon as he gets on campus, that's just a mindset that he has. And, his ability to take coaching, Coach Jackson holds him to a high standard as well as we all do. And he's able to, even if something bad happens, he's able to bounce back and recover. And just in regards to the game, he played really well, had a really clean game, really good coverage. And, he was just dialed in, making sure he's good. He's checking on me, making sure I'm good. And that's just something that you want in the defensive backroom, being able to check on each other during the play, being able to over communicate, fits right in. He doesn't play like a freshman. He plays like a dude he's been here for a while. And that's something that you want on the type of team that we have.
We'll do a few more for Meesh. Next, we'll go to Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl.
Meesh, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right, all right. So Jaden Harris was ACC DB of the week. He got an interception, but when you guys in the locker room, do you guys give him credit for a full interception of y'all give?
Now we said that's a full interception. Shout out to Simeon Barrow. He got had a really good pass rush move and made their quarterback have an off throw. But that's Jaden Harris's interception. That's how that's definitely his. He got his first one. I'm definitely happy for him. I know he's looking forward to getting
more. Next, we'll go to Luke Cheney of 247. Luke.
Hey, Meesh, how's it going, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. So, after finally playing your first live game in a Miami uniform, just what are some things that you really like about Lance Guidry's defense?
I would just say, he's just a genius. He's able to, make certain calls and certain plays, and they, line up with what the offense is going to do. So he's putting us in, good positions every single play. And he's also, explaining why we do what we do. He doesn't just say we're going to call this. Before the play is called, sometimes me and Jaden, we kind of see a look and we're like, "Ooh, this would be a good call," and then he ends up calling it. That's just Coach Guidry in the film room explaining why he's calling these calls for these certain looks that he gets. Just so me and Jay and the whole defense, but Coach Guidry's with us. He's our safeties coach, just to make sure that we're all dialed in, and as the quarterbacks of the defense, we're understanding what's going on and why he's calling it. So I just think him being able to break down the reasoning behind it is probably the biggest thing, and it makes it easier for us because we understand, not only what we're doing, but why we're doing it.
We'll wrap up for Meesh with Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey again. So you kind of touched on this in an earlier question, but obviously there's a lot of positive energy around the program right now. You guys got to celebrate with the fans after the game on Saturday. Home opener coming up this week. Just what do you hope to, see and hear from the fans this weekend?
I hope they pack Hard Rock. This will be the first game this year in Hard Rock. We're going against a really good opponent, and FAMU, they won 13 games, for a reason. They got some really good players, got a really good quarterback, got some dudes on the outside, got some good guys, running backs, and my goal is just, to go in and do our job and just continue to build off what we've been doing, continue to just do what we do, honestly. And hopefully they pack Hard Rock. So for all the fans, I'd love to see a sold-out game for sure for our first home opener.
Meesh, we appreciate your time today and good luck on Saturday.
All right. Thank you. Go Canes.